out of something, but it's now time for the final game of Pool A. We're going to find out who's going to be playing LDLC, who's going to be playing Dignitas. DDK and Sadicus take away Cloud9 Dignitas.
All right, so this is such a cool match. I'm so excited. Cloud9, this should be the closest on the day. It's funny because I said at the start of the entire tournament that this particular match would decide the pool, and when yesterday started, it didn't seem like it would be that way at all, but we've come full circle. And we're back to where everyone thought we would be, one way or another. So, pistol underway. We'll see how Dignitas choose to play this on the T side. Not really anyone in mid. Sean Gear's coming down. Device can open it up, though, with a nice shot onto Shazam. So, they've got the advantage. And actually, already they've fallen completely out of B, but they haven't left middle. They can get back there quickly because Dupree is lurking. Device now going to look up Catwalk, but Kerrigan and Cajun B are actually going to fall into the tunnels. They could still go either way, truthfully.
Yeah, look at the rotation coming in, and yet Dignitas haven't really committed to anything, but Cloud9 have to make sure they've got good positions on both sides. In they come up middle now, and Shroud looking for the shots through window, finds nothing really, and they're bearing down his position. He has no space to move anymore, gets one frag. Sean Garris also pulls one together as well, but that's a 2-on-3 in favor of Dignitas. Bomb goes down. There's no nades for them. Actually, no, there is one. Actually, Zipnix has a smoke, and there it is on the doors. That is critical there. Zipnix picks up the kill on nothing, caught in that smoke, and now Sempis against 3 players. This is not going to be an easy one. Looking for the first shots, and he is not getting anything right now. Getting lower and lower, 32 health on Sempis. So he's going to find something, just a pixel to connect with, but it just isn't coming easily enough here. And he's just going to back away with the armor, giving up the ghost here. Knows he's unable to take this round at this point. It's good effort, but it's going to be Dignitas with the pistol here on Dust 2.
Zipnix came close to actually losing his life there, but he did get just far enough into the tunnels. Survives with 11. So yeah, at least he saves the armor, Sempis does, and doesn't give away any more frag money as well. But they start one round down already on CT side, and we've got a scout out now for Device, along with an AK for Zipnix and 2 Galils. Dupree going old school. Little Mac-10 action.
Oh yeah, Mac-10 is awesome. It's a good tag there from a Device onto Shazam. Scouts come into play on both sides. You know how much damage that they can do, and these jump shots certainly quite annoying in many spots in this match. Shazam is assuredly going to show us just that as he looks at the players out of lower dark. They are going to smoke it off though. Very good stop there from Dignitas to cover themselves as they are able now to take over Cat without taking any damage.
Shazam got actually hit by the scout in return at middle because he's down to 34. He's going to fall back and cover off the catwalk angle from the ramp on A.
You can see Shazam spotting for a pixel here, and that's going to allow him to make the spot, maybe go for the jump. Does see the players, get smoked. Very nice smoke there. Shazam going to whiff a couple of shots. There's still no damage found onto Dignitas as they stroll on into the bomb site all too easily here against Cloud9. Smokes all over the place. This is definitely a very considered take of the bomb site here. You can see how crippling those smokes were on the angles with those scouts. And Cloud9 just going to fall back and keep them alive for the time being, for the next round at least. So, good around there from Dignitas.
So they'll run away and hold on to anything they've got. The 257s, the armor, and the scout. Thank you, Mr. Steele. As they'll try and buy themselves a little bit of economy. 2-0. Shroud almost collecting on to Zipnix as he gets aggressive, trying to hunt them down. But all 3 players look like they will get out alive.
All huddling there safely at long. So, Dignitas off to a pretty good start here. Cloud9 are going to have to pull out some amazing moves to make sure that they can get that economy working back in their favor. And we know that Cloud9 are going to want to get that AWP onto Shazam as soon as possible. And Dignitas, if they keep winning rounds so cleanly, if they keep the pressure up, it's going to take a while until Cloud9 actually get to play their CT sub that they want. And that's going to be really, really frustrating. We've seen a lot of teams yesterday struggling with similar situations. Fnatic LDLC, that comes to mind as well. You know, JW like rarely able to actually buy an AWP because of the pressure constantly from LDLC, and that changes the dynamic a lot. So it's going to put as we are our pause right now. I have to find out what's going on very shortly for you guys. But yeah, so how good do you think Cloud9 is playing a more low economy, just the rifle setups? How do you think they will fare against when the AWPs come in on Device on the T side here?
Playing with just rifles against them, they're going to have to be extremely sharp on their angles. Shazam is capable of holding a rifle. He's been competent with it before, but honestly, he's most comfortable when he has the AWP, and you've got to get the economy going for them. The other thing to mention about Cloud9 is historically, aside from that one amazing match at DreamHack, they aren't good at playing from behind. So they need to get back into it earlier rather than later. The more down on morale they get and further behind, you know, they fall in the match, they just seem to fall apart as a team and become less organized. So the earlier they can get back into it, the better. And Shazam's going to want to get that AWP as fast as possible.
So can we expect, once he gets the AWP in his hands, for a lot of aggressive plays, or are you expecting something more defensive here?
Sorry, my computer's acting up. I missed. Just say that one more time to me.
I'm just saying, when Shazam's finally gets that up, are we going to expect a lot of aggressive plays and cat pushes, you know, just taking like aggressive angles, or is he going to play more defensive
no,
and passively?
Shazam should play a little bit more defensive. He's pretty good at rotating into different spots, as we saw in Nuke, but I wouldn't be surprised if he hung around middle at the start of the round and then based back or fell back over to A at that point. We saw him do it with the Scout. He stuck at middle at the start, took some early damage, but then immediately tried to readdress the angle over toward Catwalk, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's their play, unless, of course, there's a beat call early on, such as there might be in this round, because Dupree's in and taking down Sean Garris, but there's Shroud with a Scout of his own. He's got one on Dupree. He's still alive. He gets one onto Device. What a shot. That drops the bomb, but Kerrigan will eventually take him down in the end, but it does give Cloud9 the time to rotate. A beautiful flash. Cajun B down to a very low level of HP, but now it's all nothing in the back of the site, and he gets a no-scope on Cajun B, and Zipnix is on low HP as well, but Kerrigan doesn't care. He's going to get him before that opportunity arrives. So they do get the third round, but that was a heck of a play there by Cloud9.
What a round. That was ridiculous. The chaos from the Scouts is insane. But now we do have the buy coming in from Cloud9, so we get to see how they're going to start to play things here. Is there going to be an open play? No ops indeed. Just the rifles for now. But the AWP is coming in onto Device, so looks like he's got good timing for a pick onto Long here, so very standard play. Let's see who's going to open this up here for his team. Actually seems to be that Cloud9, a little unorthodox, but nobody on Long right now, so they're just going to be pushing up Cat with a couple players, and Dupree going to shut down nothing. He was looking in upper dark. They're pushing all over the place here, trying to pull the players from middle to mid control, from upper dark into mid control, and Cat as well. So very proactive round from Cloud9, but so far it's Dignitas with the man advantage as the push comes in onto the A bomb site from Long. Carrigan the point man here for Dignitas.
They pretty much got in there all to themselves. Sempus is on Catwalk and can quickly turn around, and Shazam, I was about to say it, was snuck up and still hiding away over on the elbow. He does get Cajun V, but Dupree catches Shroud trying to rotate back in from Cat, and that's going to slow things down on the retake as that bomb has been planted. Sean Garris trying to get cheeky right now, jumping up and down, hoping for a magic bullet, but he hasn't connected yet, and Kerrigan's going to push the issue and take down Shazam, but watch out, he's got one just beside him. That's Sempus. He does get a second one just before that, though, so good work by him, and Sempus in a 1-on-2. Zipnik's only on 5 HP, but that bomb is ticking faster and faster, and he can't find the angle that he wants. He's going to have to find it quickly. He does get Zipnik's. But Device with that AWP with the plant for Long has absolutely no contest, and Sempus drops down to the detonation in the end.
A really nice push there from Dignitas. Cloud9, actually, I never would have expected such a round from them. They pushed upper dark, Cat, and middle all at the same time, and unfortunately for them, it didn't actually pay off. Dignitas were actually able to defend, and when they saw that happening, they were like, okay, well, free bomb site, thank you very much. And then from that point onwards, it was just clockwork for them, just a nice post-plant setup. So interesting that Cloud9 would play such a gambly round there. It didn't work out for them too well. We'll have to see if they can recover. But right now, it's just pistols here to work with, as we have Dignitas once again taking Long control. Carrigan and Zipnix with a couple frags. And Cloud9 members go down left and right. And another easy one here for Dignitas.
And this is getting more and more scary for Cloud9 because everyone knows Dignitas is a great CT team. Nice shot by Device, he's going to pick up 2. They're a great CT team, so the more they get on the T side, the easier the job is for them. And Cloud9 haven't exactly been the most organized team on their T side lately, so they've got to get on board right now. Like, 5 rounds is easy enough for Dignitas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Device still on the AWP, and there's 2 AWPs now here for Cloud9. Sean Garris and Shazam. So let's see if this setup can give them more success here. Going to see Shroud jumping across there, and Sean Garris joining him in the B-bomb site. Likely to go onto Plateau with that AWP. As Shazam goes for the Cat push here, looking for something. They do have a flash here, which is really well placed, really well timed by Dignitas. It's going to push Shazam back and make it so that he can't get the shot in time. So really good play here from Dignitas. Shazam going to smoke it off, hold the angle, and Dignitas might try to get entry here onto middle. There is a player, Shroud, who is there. And they might have the crossfire coming in if Shazam does drop down into CT, but Shroud is very aware of this right now. Device looking for the entry of the AWP. In go the grenades now. Device looking for that shot. And they are going to spot Shroud, and nothing gets a kill. Semphis comes in with one as well. This is looking great for Cloud9 now as they go up a man.
But dupree's coming in from tunnels to join in on the action, and now that's going to overwhelm Sean Gears, who gets taken around down in the back of the site. So they again will get a bomb plant and go into a 3-on-3 situation. Cloud9 not yet able to get through CT spawn. They know csgo's there. They trade out on him, so now they've just got to deal with Kerrigan, who's inside the site on 14 HP and has dupree to cover his angle from the tunnels. They're going to try and work it from both angles, through the door and the window, getting up close, but Kerrigan's playing that spot that is so hard to spot out. He's actually going to rotate and get around onto Shazam. Semphis responds with one, and it's a one-on-one situation. dupree only has to bait out the time, but that bomb is ticking, and it's an easy pick there for dupree.
So 6-0, this is looking quite crushing at the moment. Cloud9 on the full money bonus, consecutive round loss bonus here. So lots of money for them each round, but that's not really all that helpful. I mean, it helps, but they want the orbs. They want these double orbs. That's something that's going to be working for them, but it's going to be so hard for them to get to that point now. And they decide to lose so many rounds that they can't really be saving all that much. And Dignitas, every round that Cloud9 save, another free one, they're going to be further away from Ecos. It's just looking more and more like the slippery slope is coming into play. But here it is, Cloud9 on the defense here on long. They get nothing. dupree and Kerrigan and Zivnix to shut them down. As once again the pistols are removed from the hands of Cloud9. And so far it looks like they are completely outskilling Cloud9 at the moment.
Yeah, Cloud9's had no answer whatsoever. And they've had to save so many times. 7-0. I don't think, even with Dignitas playing at their best, I don't think I would have predicted 7-0 against Cloud9 on Dust 2, specifically on the T side. And I know Thorn questioned bringing Kerrigan in if he wasn't going to change things up. If you brought in another strat caller, you should have a new approach and potentially be a better T team. Well, they're showing it today that they are, but at the same time, I say it's been rather easy for them because Cloud9 hasn't had any answer whatsoever. Device still looking for that pick toward middle as he dropped down that time, but not able to find it. Shroud's already crossed over, and he's working with Sean Gears inside B as by default. They've smoked off the tunnels. dupree tries to spam a little bit. Now they'll slowly gather at middle, but Semphis is down in CT. Shroud's holding off the crossfire. Sean's actually elected to go all the way outside the site as well, just in case they go for that rush right away.
Look at that, Shazam getting boosted onto the blue container there. And that's a sick angle over the smoke. You don't see that every day. And at the moment, Dignitas are just holding and seeing if Cloud9 are going to make a move right now, as we do see Shazam.
The risky part of this setup is, yes, Semphis has to be aware of this. He's slowly going back into CT, but he's not there yet. They haven't committed to middle. And nothing's the only one over at A, so Cat would be an easy take. And Shazam would have to play a reverse angle, but Zipnix would still be there to give him a problem. And actually, Shazam is going to quickly rotate around now, and they are going to swap it out, so nothing with the rifle will deal with Zipnix. He's going to get smoked off, and Shazam's going to have to try and deal with Catwalk. So at least they are aware of that possibility, but that flash towards the first shot, he does pick up Kerrigan. He's going to have to be absolutely on fire on the rest of them, though. They push past the elbow. He spots up one more, can't connect, as Semphis drops down to Device, and now Zipnix will get Sean Gears as he rotates back out to middle. He also collects Shroud, so the rotators are down. The retake 2-on-4 has to be brilliant. Shazam still trying to wreak havoc, can't quite connect on Device's head that time, tries to spam it through the box. There's no point saving now. They've got full money bonus, and they need to get on the board immediately. Device gets nothing. It's all on Shazam. He's going to have to be the best he's ever been, and dupree pops out up close, and that makes easy work of him. 8-0. Unbelievable right now from Dignitas.
Yeah, you're saying how, or rather, Forum was saying how, when they were playing against Kabumi, this, like, outskilling them, is a situation whereby they're just maybe using one flash on the entry into the A site. There you saw a perfect torrent of flashes which denied Shazam more than one shot. Even the shot that he took, he was pretty much flashed blind. He's completely blinded, so you can see that that entry was really strong for Dignitas. They're giving a lot of respect to Cloud9 despite being 8-0 up. Every single round, razor focus from them, and complete respect to the skill of the players here. That's a 3-man setup now on long for Cloud9. So they want to get
a try and
push going.
Well, I thought they were going to go right through on that flash. They waited just long enough for it to dissolve, and nothing only gets the one, and now csgo is going to respond on both he and Shazam, so that 3 players is down to just 1, and they're going to try and smoke it off. Meanwhile, though, dupree's gotten through middle. Sean in the Semphis in the disguise of that smoke now has 1, make it 3. Semphis on fire that round. About time they've showed up, and he will click off all 3 of them. They're finally on the board, and now we're going to get a chance on the back of that one to listen in and see if that will uplift their spirits with our Turtle Beach team chat.
Corey?
I can drop, yeah.
Mike, we're gonna do the upper B push right smoke behind us.
Sorry.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna pre-smoke this.
Nothing was picking.
I'm gonna nade.
Bombs are on.
He's hopping in.
He's hopping long.
They flashed over.
Second, wait.
Okay.
I can smoke the long.
I'm blind. Smoke it.
I'm smoking it.
I think.
He's in lower. We're in upper B, guys.
Oh, okay. Then I'm.
Yeah, I saw him. Mike.
I'm playing towards rail.
They're out mid.
One's mid.
Got two.
He's rushing.
One more in mid. Behind X.
Oh, what be tunnels?
And Xbox, I pushed through.
Alright, I'm coming to
Yeah,
the
they're
spawn.
Both B tunnels.
Both upper? Okay.
Yeah, I'm big. I got big.
He's in already.
All right, well, see a bit of an advantage taken there, but Dignitas have the sight now, and Cloud9 getting pushed out of it by Dupree. Shazam going to go in, see if he can find the one-on-one. Gets the spray down onto Dupree, trying to make his way in, but the flames are going to push him back, and nothing has to try to make this work now. As Shazam is locked out only on 5 HP there. Device in the corner, up on the window, and they take him down. Great round there from Cloud9. Beautiful teamwork, beautiful coordination. You can hear it on the team chat there. Those guys that still seem so focused.
The one thing that they overlooked, though, was a beautiful upper B push, but they left the possibility to get counter-pushed, and it turns out they lost both of them, but a good retake, nothing coming in hot there at the end. They get the second round on the board, and that's extremely important back-to-back because it was a full reset of the money, and they were already quite broke. You heard them, Sempus asking if Shazam could drop at the start of it, so it's a lifeline. They've already disadvantaged themselves massively. They can't win this round no matter what, but if they can claw back in and get 6, 7, it might be something to work with. But man, oh man, Dignitas on Dust 2 on the CT side.
Yeah, exactly. That's the real challenge, isn't it? This is just the warm-up here. And the thing is, as well, is that you could really hear that they were still quite focused, and their confidence seemed there. Like, they didn't seem like they were shaken yet on the comms. So let's see if they can keep that composure going now as smokes go down in middle. And they know what that means. They know that that means that there's going to be some cat control about to be worked on by Dignitas. But look at this. We've got 2 men on the case from Cloud9. Nothing. And Semphis here spraying them down. And it's looking pretty good there. That's a 2-for-1 trade. Nothing to try to find an extra frag to stop this cat play from Dignitas. Peeking back up. Shazam in with a shot and crossover. They are going to make their way up. But here it is, Cloud9 on the rotation. Not the best positions, but they have the man advantage. Looking to make it work. Device against Shroud. Looks like Device is going to put it to a 2-on-2. And Shazam goes in. It's the shot bomb down. Shazam with a close range shot up over the top of the crate right now. Knows where Device is. Trying to wallbang him. Pulls out the AK. Trying to make his way behind the smoke. Now bait him out. Shazam is looking for Device. There's the spray. Has to go for the reload. Device is biding his time, and he gets the timing perfectly. Device clutches the round, and Cloud9, that's got to be so gutting for them.
They've got to hit those shots on Catwalk. With 2 players stacked up, they spammed away and only got the 1 kill. And then they dropped down immediately after because Device got the first shot with the AWP as he came around the corner. And again, when it was a 2-on-2, they got picked off, and Shazam was left helpless in the 1-on-1, and that smoke really worked well for Device. So good play by him, but it's going to have to be a little bit tidier from Cloud9 if they're going to try and play aggressively in those positions, especially with 2 players there. Now they're going to get aggressive toward long. They're back to the pistols. Kerrigan's going to make quick work. Has to Zipnik. They come around the corner. There's still 2 more, and they're going to spam away. Kerrigan into Shroud that time. Finally, Shazam has an answer, but he can't answer all 5. It's not possible. So 10-2 now.
Yeah, a lot of these rounds actually that we see where Team Dignitas know that Cloud9's economy is broken, they actually do go for these long pushes a lot. And it makes a lot of sense because once you get out of the choke point, it's so open and there's so many like long ranges to play with. So pretty basic CS stuff from them there, but you can see how effective it can be in these spots. And still on the pistols here, it's, Cloud9 with that money bonus completely like reset. It's so crippling right now. Sean Garrett's going to push into lower dark, see what he can make happen here as he is going to find himself. Dupree does get some damage onto him there, but Dupree is chased out. Dignitas still alive with all 5 members, just gutting Cloud9 with these AKs so far. And Sean Garrett's trapped up there in upper dark. He knows Dupree is lurking, but there's nothing he can do. It's a good couple of frags coming in though. Shroud working on with the P250, but doesn't find anything. Sean Garrett's now against 3. And there it is. Dupree comes back to haunt him. 11-2 on the T side. This is quite crushing.
I dare say there's not a chance that Cloud9 can get back into it at all. Kerrigan, by the way, leads the frags and is doing the strat calling, so a great performance from him so far. Perhaps he is exactly the revitalization that they need as a terrorist-sided team. In Dignitas, they've made it to so many semifinals, but they can't go any further, and this might might be the change they've been looking for. Shazam trying to get middle right now quite aggressively with that AWP. Eventually will get smoked out, flashes over and falls back, and this is my point. He'll start things off at middle and then address the situation over at A, and Shroud pops out to cover off that angle. Because all 5 of the Dignitas players are stacking up over toward that B tunnel area with Cajun and B and Kerrigan. They're likely looking to pinch. Sean Gares is going to get faced with them. They know he's on the left side of B, by the way, so he's stuck, and now Kerrigan's going to get Shroud, so there's no chance Sean, without a brilliant flash, could possibly hope for anything. Do they know he's there? I'm not sure. That smoke has left him there, and he might actually get away with it. I thought they'd just rush right in on him. They don't, so he picks up 2, and Device eventually puts him down, but Cajun B is now going to wait things out the CT spawn. Knows Shazam is just off to the side of him, and he's all that left. Pardon me, actually nothing. He's going to come through and bail his teammate out. I thought he was going to drop down just before that, but he gets in. The retake's going to have to be brilliant. It is a 2-on-2. That bomb is down. They flash it in. Nothing's going to get aggressive, but watch out because he's got a player just to his left behind the door, and Dupree is playing that such annoying angle up close by the box to take him down as soon as they come through the window. And as you see, he does so there, but where's the call? How does he not know that's where his teammate died? And he walks in with his back to Dupree, and another easy kill there for Dignitas. 12-2 now.
That was really sick as well because Dignitas did like the perfect play. We saw the two AWPers for Cloud9 rotate back to A, and then they went on that push for B, and that was the perfect counter-strike for that. They smoke or CD spawn, and then 3 players completely isolated, completely useless. But Sean Garris gave them a chance there with that excellent double kill in the site, but it's going to be a 12-2 scoreline as we see the double boost coming in here. 2 players up, Cat here. Can they make the prize? KJB going to throw away Semphis using that AK-47. And that's going to be a really hard work now for them to defend this A-bomb site. Kerrigan pushing forward. There it is. Finds Shazam in the side, spraying him down. Shroud's the last man standing. That's the end of the first half. 13-2 final score on that half. And Dignitas, you're afraid of their CT side. Well, it hasn't even started yet, and they're close to winning the match.
And a win against NIP yesterday for Cloud9 looked uplifting and looked promising, but right now they're back to their lackluster form they've had over the last 2 months. Something's got to give. I mean, they're a big organization. They expect results. They need to perform, and it's just not coming at all at any event at this point in time.
Definitely. I mean, it's always. I mean, there's always a lot of pressure on them with their previous lineup when Hiko was there. You know, so much pressure. There's like a 2-month stretch when they're going to events, and they just couldn't quite get the results that everyone knew they had the skill to actually achieve. And then we found out that, you know, okay, the roles in the team, they couldn't quite make it work, but still a lot of work to be done indeed. Even though Shazam, I think most people are going to say that that is the right call for to bring in a dedicated AWP like that. It makes it much more clear like what each player should be doing, but still they are finding problems in their game. But Dignitas, this is definitely one of their stronger maps, that is for sure, and they are absolute monsters. So Cloud9 got to start it off well with this pistol to try to work themselves back into this.
Putting some pressure toward middle right now. Cajun B, though, pushed up on Catwalk. Does get flashed back, and Shroud will take him down, so that's a good start. The question is, do they choose to push forward? They should, actually, because Zipnix is the only one over at A. Dupree's trying to get through CT. The other 2, Device and Kerrigan, are looking to flank, and Cloud9, if they're not careful, might actually get pinched here because they haven't moved forward at all. That smoke has been enough to hinder them, and now Kerrigan's going to even it up. So what started out great is looking less and less likely for a Cloud9 push onto the A site. Semphis still trying to get shots towards Zipnik. Now they commit. Now they smoke off behind them so they can't get flanked right away. Dupree with a brilliant shot with that USB, though, and now Zipnik goes back into Shroud, so it's turned completely the other way. Semphis still trying to find one over toward Long, and nothing does get Zipnik, but not before he can do anything about it. And Dignitas, so wise to things, shut down Cloud9 entirely, hold them on Cat just long enough to give them no options at all.
That was so sick how they just held them and the entire team stuck on the stairs. Flank is coming, and then the players just sitting there on all these sick angles on the A side. Cloud9, they look so good going into that, but Dignitas came out the better side. 14-2 now as they win the pistol. Scout comes into play for nothing. Tech9's Deagle, P250's armor. Cloud9 have an assortment of weaponry to try to make this work right now, but Dignitas, you better believe they're going to play this by the book right now to make sure that they can just secure this and that there'll be no funny business with Cloud9. We do have a very standard setup here from them. 2 players on long as Kerrigan watches over middle. He's going to be able to hear any stepping here, but they're being very quiet at the moment. And they also have Zipnix in position to spot these players. There it is, they are going to face him. He's going to spot 2 or 3 players, can make the call there, and then the rotation starts. You can see the B players moving towards middle now. And once again, they might just have the same result as the previous round, sandwiching the entire lineup of Cloud9 as they try to push up Catwalk here, readying up for that A split.
This time the difference is there are 2 players still out toward long. Nothing in Sempus, they have the bomb there as well, but look, Xyp9x is already inside A. Cajun B is at long, over by the car, and has a quick option to rotate, and Device is pushed up, and they don't know he's there, so he gets both of them, and now Kerrigan's gonna close in, and they just absolutely tear them apart. So calculated, they wait, they circle them like a pack of sharks, and then just absolutely chew them apart.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 just, exactly the same story as the Pistol, they just get stuck, and Dignitas work it out, and they position perfectly. There's just nothing that can be done in a situation like that. So that's like worst case scenario. 15-2, Dignitas on match point here, looking to go through to the semis, looking to fly through this group now. And here we go, Shazam going to open it up, tries to get tagged there, misses the shot. Looked pretty good, but does miss. Cajun B wants blood, goes straight in with a Farmass. They're sprayed on, they're so blind right now. Might even, he just goes for the repeat with the pistol. That man's brave. He will get taken down.
And Xyp9x might actually follow in Gladiator style, although they smoked him off so he doesn't go right away. Cloud9 try and get something going in middle, but Debris going to be coming around from tunnels. Oh, nothing's aware of it. Nice shot, gets him with that. But Xyp9x has pushed through now and taken down Shazam. Kerrigan's the only one over at B, though. It is a 3-on-3. They have picked up at least one FAMAS to work with. Sean's still working with that scout, but look at the P90 right now. Kerrigan mowing them down. It's all on Sean Gares. It's all that is left for the North American Dream, as they might be the 4th team to bow out today.
Oh no, they're going to go for the knife.
Wow, bad man or Dignitas. I don't know about that, but Sean at least bails himself out of that. They're both low enough HP that one scout shot would take them down. They're going to go ahead and put the flames in on him, and he's got no choice but to wait those out. Bombs down inside. And it's looking like all 4 European teams will advance at the first ever Counter-Strike X Games. North Americans are going to have to evaluate things as Device closes it out, so 16-2. Yesterday we had some excitement. Today we have some one-sided matches all the way through. The Europeans looking back on form, and they look to push forward. The question now is who looks the best, because the group stages, the semifinals, the crossover format